What's good with Fat Gang? It's your girl Mikki checking in, guys. And today, we are continuing our celebration of women in business. This is season 3, guys, and we are vamping up here. It's going really, really good. So I want to say thank you to all the women who have stopped by the den. But today, guys, today, we are joined with Miss Rochelle, and she has her hats in a lot of different arenas. She's doing a whole lot of things, mompreneur in full effect over there. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass it over to her and let her kind of tell you all about her and everything that she has going on there.
Hi, thank you so much for having me. How are you, Mikki? It's been a while since we've seen each other, but it's so good to see you and see all that you're doing. My name is Rochelle Wilson. I am a literature and language arts teacher. I'm also an author and the founder of a mentoring program called I Am. And part of my program's initiative is we're reaching young Black and Brown girls within the community of South Holland, the school that I teach. We reach over 70 girls that we're working with and we're mentoring. And my book, which comes out this November, Purpose Over Popularity, it's all about teaching girls how to really love who they are, embrace who they are, and navigate the weirdness of society, weirdness of being a middle schooler, a high schooler. It's so many things that we learn the hard way, and we want to teach and equip our young ladies emotional tools so they don't have to go through a lot of the hard lessons in life that we have.
Yes, and I am so happy that you touched on all of those topics because growing up there's like no rubric for, how the kids are going to interact. There's no control so somewhat over like the influence that your kids are seeing from the other kids and what they go through and how that's placing, like you said, that stigma. I have to do this, or I have to look like this, or I have to be involved in this. So it's like you're really teaching them to have like their own personality and like their self-worth and knowing kind of what their options are. And so it sounds like you're really getting into, like you said, that common issue we have as kids when we're younger.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, a lot of our influences comes from our peers.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes when we're trying to, fit in with our peers and be accepted by our peers, it could lead us to do a lot of negative things. We do things that we wouldn't normally do. We say things we wouldn't normally say. Sometimes we're bullying people because we don't want to be the target of being bullied. So we'll join the clique and join the crowd. And sometimes when we join the clique and join the crowd, we lose ourselves. We lose our identity. We lose who we are, lose focus and sight of who we really are. So I think another because we try to find our own and become our own. And the next thing that we latch on to is people that we're around the most, and that's our friends. So going from family to friends and then finding yourself is just such a weird way to navigate life, and just trying to like be a mentor and be a that person that you wish you had when you were a child, that person that you wish you could talk to and speak to and learn from, and have that book in your hand that you needed when you were a kid. You know what I mean?
And it's really good because, like you said, you're giving them that alternative. You're giving them that additional support system. Because as we're growing and we're coming into our own, mom and dad, you always feel like they're not cool, they don't understand. So you do need those other sources of individuals you can go to still learn from the correct way, or So I do really love that there. And so I really do appreciate you just honestly taking time to come on here. I know it's very busy. You have a lot of things going on. And just a little bit of back history, guys. Me and Rochelle, she was actually one of my daughter's teachers, and we went to college together. So that was a little bit of our back history and how we kind of know each other. So, and it's been really amazing just seeing like your growth from like those college days when we were still learning ourselves and learning how to be adults, and just watching you like over the years, like, because what I do like about one thing that you do with your social media, you've always been present on social media, but you've always incited people on, yes, I'm doing good, these are the positives, but you've never been afraid to show those growing pains, those periods where you were, kind of going through stuff and you had to learn from it. And I love that because everyone, it's easy to show the ups, right? It's easy to
Yeah.
show that part, you know? Um, so I really, like I said, when I say not like stalker like, but I've really been following you and just learning. I've really been looking at like your relationship and like your kids and like what you've been doing, and I'm one of your fans. I'm loving it. So I'm really happy that I was able to get some time from you to come by the den.
Thank you for having me, Brother Dan, and I appreciate you so much for saying that. Um, that means I can't even tell you, like, that means so much to me. Like, you, little do you know, like, even the impact, that opportunity that I had to be a teacher to your daughter, that how much that influenced who I am today. Just because I was really never supposed to be your daughter's teacher, just with everything that I really should have left that town a long time ago, but I'm so glad I was able to be around for your daughter for that year and just get to know you. And man, you were phenomenal. You were so patient with me as a first year teacher. That was my first brand new year of being a teacher ever, fresh out of college.
Yes.
And it was hard. It was hard being at that time a still very young mom with young babies, starting my career, learning how to be a teacher, like in a community that wasn't always accepting towards diversity. Like, I'm gonna try to put this as nice as I
you
could.
know Yes, I mean, and for me it was nice because we did go to college together. We lived in the same complex and everything like that. So for me, learning, at the time that my child had these disabilities and she was going to have to require certain kind of teaching and everything like that. And then she was going to this school, which was not in our neighborhood, So I was like, okay, I'm a little scared. I don't know about this town. But when I saw, I'm like, hey, I know her. So I felt more comfortable with her going to that school. Because at first, I'm telling you, I was fighting tooth and nail. Like, I don't know this school. I don't know none of these teachers. So that you helped me. So it's like, that was your first year, but that was my first year going through that process with my daughter. So I feel like we really helped each other in that first year. So, like, and I'm telling you, it's just been so much growth, so much that we both have probably been going through. Um, but you mentioned you have a book coming out. So, what kind of started you wanting to get into like the book? I know you have motivational speeches and things that you do. So, what kind of was like, okay, let me do a little extra? What kind of started that?
Well, I have sixth grade students. This is my baby, me teaching sixth graders. And I don't know if you remember when you were a sixth grader. Back when you were a sixth grader, from what I see, that's when we all go through that transition. Our bodies change, our minds change, and we are more aware of our friends. And we want to be cool at that time. And I see that switch. I see kids going from being, wanting to be up under their teachers, still want to be a teacher's pet, to wanting to be cool and breaking away from the teachers and breaking away from their parents and breaking away from their family. And there aren't very many role models out here for us. I say us because, we're women of color. And so it's not a lot of role models for us as women of color and for our babies. It's not a lot of positive images between what you see on social media and what you see on television and what you hear on the radio. There's not a lot of positive things being said and spoken over us. And you see them gravitating towards what's popular. What's popular is rap music. And I'm in the south suburbs of Chicago. So they want to emulate Chicago a lot. They want to emulate Chicago music. Chicago is known for drill music.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you hear. That's what you see. You got rappers rapping about killing people, sliding for their homies. And my kids are coming to school like, I'm a slide for my homie. And it's just like, baby, you don't know what you're saying. You have no idea an education is so valuable, you know, to you. That's one of my biggest regrets in life. Like, I wish I had that opportunity. So to teach them, like, listen, choose your purpose, choose your real destiny in life. What do you really want? What is it that you want to be? Don't downplay, don't dim your light to try to fit in and socialize. I see kids who are honor students who try to fit in and blow off school because they want to, you know, fit in with their friends. It's not cool to be smart. It's not cool to, you know, do good in school anymore. It's not cool to want to be a doctor. It's not cool to want to be a lawyer. It's cool to want to be a rapper. It's cool to, you know, be a rapper's baby mama if you're a young lady. And that's not what we're aspiring for. That's not the life. So I put it in writing because I could say it and say it so I'm blue in the face, but I had to figure out how to reach my kids where they were. So I make TikToks. I'm big on TikTok right now because that's where they are. That's where my audience is. That's where my kids are. They want to see their teacher in a different light. So I joined the Pretty People app. I'm making the YouTube videos for them. Any way I can feed them, any way I can get the knowledge to them, and just try to really give them a how-to. And that book is that's that how-to. I gave them a how-to guide and really trying to reach them and teach them and get them to know, like, it's so much more out here in this life that you should really be aspiring for and looking for and living for.
Yes, and I mean, I love that because, like, you know, growing up, I was in, you know, you had your cliques. I was in the nerd clique, and it was really hard when it came to, like, so I want to go to a party. Well, you know, the nerds weren't always invited to the best parties, you know. So, and then when you did get invited, you did, like you said, you had those moments where you like, I want to fit in, so I'm gonna do a little extra. I'm gonna act a little different, so people will notice me for something other than just, you know, the book side of me. So it is that is a very critical time. So I love that you're targeting that age group because it is. Because I'm telling you, I was just sitting here like when I was 13, when I was in sixth grade, whoo, you know, like you said, you're really starting to develop and learn who you are. And in that phase, the last thing you want to do is listen to your mom or someone who is not cool, you know, someone who, you know, so like you said, you have to meet them where they are. Like the TikTok, that's where they are. And it's you know, they walk in class and, oh, my teacher's on TikTok. Now you're cool. Now they're gonna listen. They're accepting of what you have to say because you can, you know, you're relating to them. So I love that. And talk about everyday growth because every day, you know, the trend today is not going to be the trend tomorrow. So I commend you on that.
And we're millennials, and I'm in the Gen Z world. I'm trying to reach Gen Z. So millennials, you know, even the way that we put ourselves on social media, when I tell my kids I'm on the app, I have to refer to Facebook as the old people app because that's what they call it, the old people app. So just, you know, it is different. It's a different world, you know, and even talking to them, getting to know them. And I had to form a focus group to really like understand things from their perspective. Because I'll share this with you. Our perspective is even when we did mean things and bully each other, the worst thing we did was call each other on three-way and set each other up like that. And that was the worst thing that we did. And it was bad. It was hurtful. It caused problems. It caused a couple fights in our day. But could you imagine when you were mad at somebody in sixth grade and putting it on social media where the world can see, putting it where anybody can see, and even when you think you've deleted something, like we would share a note that somebody sent to us, or we didn't have phones back when we were in sixth grade, so well, not a cell phone, we had a house phone, we had a so we wrote each other a note and showed somebody a note and they knew it was the handwriting. That's one thing. But could you imagine sharing a screenshot? Could you imagine showing now if somebody wrote you something nasty in a note and you showed your friend, that was one thing. But if somebody sent you something nasty in a text message and you showed other people and it's a screenshot and it's going around, we're talking about crime now. We're talking about criminal activity now. And that's what's happening. Our babies are putting themselves in so much danger and don't even realize it because this is the access that they have. They have access to so much technology, but they don't have the mental capacity to understand how to use it. Adults like us don't understand how to use it.
I really love everything that you're doing. I really wish we could just have this go, you know, kind of so long. But before I let you go and before we wrap up, I want you to be able to let everyone know about your YouTube channel, like what the name is. We said the book is coming out in November. Where will they be able to find it? Let them know how they can keep in contact with you, because we're all mothers out here. We have children, and sometimes it takes an outside source to kind of get to your kids sometimes. So why not have you have access to someone who can help you? So yeah, give us this information so we can know where to find you.
So my YouTube channel is Mrs. Wilson's Classroom. So that's MRS.WILSON apostrophe S, just the S, Classroom, CLASSROOM. You can find me there. And you can also find me. I have a website, my Mrs. Wilson's Classroom website. And yes, my book that's coming out this November, it will be available on Amazon, digital and print. So you can get the ebook and you can also get a print copy of the book. I highly recommend, if you have a child that's anywhere between 13 and 18 years old, definitely get this book for them. Boy or girl, any child, trust me, this is something, steps, everything that they really truly need to know is, and just really finding their purposes and staying true to them. So please look out for both of those, and find me, follow me on TikTok, follow me on Instagram. Everything is Mrs. Wilson's Classroom.
Okay. And like I said, I love that, because and nowadays you have to have so many different avenues to reach the kids, because you have some who are still really into heavily book reading. They want those books. Like you said, you have some people that are like, let me just listen to it because that's easier for me, which okay, that's gonna work for you. Let me offer that. Like you say, with the TikTok, that's what they're into now. That's what they're watching. So if I have to condense what I have to say in this 2-3 minute video, I can do that too. So
Yeah.
yes, I just, like I said, I just love what you are doing. The fact that you are, from Chicago, and you're able to do what you do in your home area. So these are, individuals that you've seen, the area, like, like you said, the lifestyle there. So I feel like that's great, because sometimes we have individuals who come in, but they're not from there. So they don't know the lingo. They don't know, what's cool and what's not in that area. So I love that you're back home doing this. It's amazing. Like I said, girls, yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, it's so good to hear your voice and see you. And I'm so happy to be a part of what you're doing as well. Your work, your mission, just empowering women, empowering moms, showing us, because it's hard. It's a hard balance that it's just everybody don't understand and everybody don't get. So I appreciate you for highlighting it and just uplifting us. It's oh, the lights went out. Trying to get the lights back on. I'm sorry about that.
No,
Yeah.
fine.
So on what you're saying, I'm super proud of you. I'm so happy for you, and you are an amazing mom. So man, I'm just so happy to see you. I love seeing your growth as well on social media. It's a beautiful thing to be able to keep in touch with people from miles away.
Yes, I'm telling you. But thank you so much. And like I said, it's honestly, I'm learning every day. Like, that's one thing, if I can say, will be the greatest thing you could tell someone: be open to learn, because every day is going to be something different. You're going to grow in some capacity every day. So always be open to it and be willing to go through sometimes those growing pains to get to the greater picture on the other side. So yes, and we are definitely going to have Miss Rochelle back on here. I'm going to be doing some collaborations with some other women, and I would love to have you back on for some of those.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thanks for this opportunity. And next time, I'm gonna try to make sure I'm in a better setting. Works out the connections a little bit stronger next time. But thank you so much. I appreciate you so much. And if there's anything that I can do for you, just let me know.
All right, thank you guys. So make sure you all like, comment, share, and subscribe. Share this video out to anyone you feel can benefit from this video. Make sure you guys are on the lookout for her book, and she will have an ebook as well in November. I'm pretty sure I'm going to touch back bases with her so we can get all the juicy updates and everything, get our release parties happening, all that good stuff. So but yes, keep doing what you are doing. Guys, like I said, share this video out. And until next time, we will catch you guys later. Peace.
For you.